What's up? What's up? What's up? How we doing? How we doing? How's everybody doing today on this Thursday? So I haven't I haven't done one of these podcast videos in a while. I've been, busy, doing some things, doing some things on the road, living the dream. But yeah, how are you guys all doing? Comment in the section below. Let me know how life is, how you guys are feeling about life in general. So, yesterday was kind of the dawn of something new with the inauguration of Mr. Joseph Biden. Mr. Joseph Biden is here ready to lead us. 2020 was, it was a tumultuous year, wasn't it? It was very rough, to say the least. 2020 was a tough time, with the pandemic and everything that's going on in the world. The movements, the Black Lives Matter, people being furloughed, no jobs, industries closing down, stock market has maintained, I guess you could say. It tanked initially when the coronavirus hit, but stock market's kind of the least of our worries right now. But it's weird. It's weird how this market has reacted this year, isn't it? We've had recessions and depressions in our history, economic downturns in our history. The course of history, over the course of history, it's inevitable. It always happens. It always takes place at some point in time. And right now is almost, I want to say we're somewhat in one of those periods, but it's a little bit off. It's a little bit onset, I guess you could say, with the virus. But bright news on the horizon. We were able to, all these vaccines are out. From the sounds of it, it's sounding like the vaccines are working positively for the most part. There's been good, effective progress on knocking down the virus widespread worldwide. So that's a good thing. We're in a tough stretch right now, just naturally this time of year. Flu and cold season, people are just naturally more infectious this time of year. A little more sneezy, more sniffly, high winds, cold weather, damp, wet weather, snow, sleet, rain, ice. It's this time of year for the next 2 or 3 months. Traditionally is always rough. So it's going to be tough. But hopefully when we get in here into April and May, and the immunity, the virus, the coronavirus vaccines are have reached more people. There's reason to be optimistic, so yeah, it's been a challenge. It's been rough, but how are we going to make do with our situation. So, yeah, as you know, I kind of want to start with, where we're at, but also where we're going. So, President Trump, I guess you can say this is an end of an era for Mr. President Trump's, the former President Trump's, reign as a national leader. Trump did some good things. Trump isn't. I'm not gonna sit here and villainize Trump because that's just not the person that I am. I don't like to villainize anyone. Obviously he has his faults. He's not perfect. He's made some mistakes in how he's handled things. And it's not our job to sit here and ridicule him on what he did wrong. It's our job to go out and fix whatever may have happened that set us back. So it's there's no use in dwelling over President Trump and his shortcomings. What can we do going forward? What can we do in the present? So what do you guys think about Mr. Trump? What, over the last 4 years, what do you feel? How do you feel Mr. President, the former President Trump, performed? Comment in the section below. What things do you think he did well? What things do you think he did poorly? Comment in the section below. We want to know what was a benefit of having him in office and what was a negative occurrence that took place. One thing I can say about Trump is, the economy did do well. The economy, the stock market, jobs were flowing, people were moving, people were grooving. The United States, GDP was, breaking records. During his 4 years, it's hard to argue that. A lot of people can question, was that Trump's doing or was that Obama and Biden's doing from the previous 4 years? That's debatable. Trump, here's the thing. Here's my take on Trump. Mr. Trump is a businessman. Mr. Trump is a salesman. And, as somebody who's in sales,